Hi, everybody. I hope you guys are doing good today. Isla and I have kind of a cool craft that we want to do with you guys today. There's a little holiday coming up about a week from today. And, I don't want to give any hints or anything, but, it kind of starts with an M and ends with an Others Day. Right? So anyway, we thought this would be kind of a neat craft to do for you guys if you are looking for maybe something to give to mom or grandma or sister or auntie or anybody else special in your life on Mother's Day next week. So as you can see, we are holding these flowers. Now, these flowers are actually made out of tissue paper. So we are going to be making tissue paper flowers. Now you may have seen flowers similar to this if you've ever gone to any kind of a celebration, Latino celebration, or if you ever see celebrations that happen in the country of Mexico, paper flowers are a really big tradition down there. They use them for decorating for happy occasions. They use them for decorating their loved ones' grave sites during De los Muertos. And so paper flowers are a big deal down in Mexico, and again, a lot of Latino cultures use them to decorate. A couple different reasons. One is that paper is very easy to come by. These flowers will never wilt, and you can make them in abundance and in any different color that you would like. So our paper flowers are going to be inspired by the Latino culture today. And like I said, if you would like to follow along and maybe make a bouquet of them, you can practice all week and have something to present to a loved one by next week. So, thank you. So why don't we go to our desk and I'll show you guys how it's done.
All right, so here we are at our desk. The only things you're going to need for this project are a pair of scissors. We want to get a twisty tie, and as you can see, this twisty tie probably, it says right here, it came off of some red leaf lettuce. So hopefully you've got some of these in your kitchen drawer, if your mom or dad has kept them. So I'm just going to actually cut off the label there. And so now Isla and I each have a twisty tie. And then certainly you're going to need some tissue paper. So what you're going to want is actually a few different layers of tissue paper. So I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. So we've each got 5 layers. Now the reason you're going to want multiple layers is because just like petals on a flower, unless it's like a daisy or something, since we're going for this sort of a carnation type of a flower, we want to have multiple layers so it looks like a really nice sort of full flower there, almost like a peony or a carnation or that kind of a flower. So the first thing that we're going to do is our tissue paper is going to be about, about a foot wide and about 1 to maybe about 2 feet in length. Now it can certainly be wider. The wider you make it, the bigger your flower will be. And you don't want it to get too small because the smaller the flower, the tougher it is to pull those layers apart. And with this project, you're going to have to learn how to be very gentle pulling your layers apart. So the first thing we want to do is lay out our tissue paper, and we're gonna start folding it like a fan. So I'm actually gonna put my tissue paper like this, and I'm going to start folding it just like I was going to make sort of a fan, like to cool myself with. So I'm just going to fold up and down and up and down. And I might speed this up for you guys here. So let me keep folding up and down. Okay, so Isla and I both have our fans, and like I said, it kind of looks like, ooh, you could cool yourself with that if you really needed to. And Isla folded hers just right, so all of her layers stuck together. You guys probably saw where I just cut off some excess there at the end where they didn't quite match up. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that fan and I'm actually going to fold that in half. And the reason I want to do that is just to find the center, because that's going to be the center of my flower. And so now I'm going to take my twisty tie and I'm going to place it over. Now where I've got my green is where I want it to be at the bottom, kind of like how leaves are on a flower stem, or kind of like you know, where the little areas of the bud are. Certainly you can do it the other way around. You know, flowers are just like everything else we make. No two are alike. And also this is pretty imperfect, just like in nature. Everything is kind of individual, just like you and me. And so, you know, there's really no way to make it perfect, so don't even try. Just let it be beautiful. So now you can see I'm putting my twisty tie right in that fold where I had the center, and I'm just giving it a little twist to keep it secure. And I'm going to fan out my fan again. So now I've almost got like a perfect circle here, right? And Isla's got hers, and actually I'm gonna crimp yours a little bit more so we get nice and tight in there. There we go. Okay. All right. And now she's going to fan hers out. Now here's the part where you guys are going to need to be a little bit gentle. Now the bigger the flower, the easier it is to pull the layers apart. But still, since it's tissue paper, it rips pretty easily. So you just kind of want to gently take one layer and pull that layer into the center. There's your first petal, and it kind of is a little bit wavy. And then you want to go around to the other side and do the exact same thing on that side. We do a lot of things that have to do with symmetry on this show, right? Yep, so we do something on one side, we do it on the other side. We're all about symmetry. All right, so there's my first petal. Isla's already onto her second, so I'm gonna go onto my second too. We're gonna pull it up. And as you can see, we're starting to get that really neat sort of like again, like a carnation or a peony, or if you're in New England, I bet you guys have azaleas that are starting to bloom now. Those used to grow all around my house. And also the neat thing with the tissue paper, as you can see, I think this polka dot paper we may have even had from a gift somebody had given us, but you can use any colors you want. So if your mom really loves blues and greens and purples, you can get some tissue paper that has that. As you can see, I've got a little rip here in my tissue paper. And I'm just going to kind of tuck that down, and I'm going to hide it with my next layer. And so I'm going to keep on going. There we go. There's my polka dots. And then my last layer is coming right up. And there it is. Now here's kind of the fun part. So on your bottom, you still have your twisty tie. So that's where your stick is going to come into play. So what you want to do is just take your stick and take that twisty tie and twist it right around your stick. And if you can kind of get it to where it pokes upward, and not so much side to side. Then what you can do is take a little bit of ribbon. So I've got my stick there, and I've got a little bit of ribbon. You guys, you don't need to put ribbon on. You can just take that twisty tie and, you know, keep going with it. But if you've got some ribbon and if you want to put some ribbon around, certainly we can do a tie and have a bow. And then again, I think this would make a really cool gift for Mom, something she can always keep, or she can decorate her table, or do whatever she would like with it. So here's my ribbon. It's kind of a strange ribbon I've got here. It's like a kind of a gold metallic. But there's my flower, and Isla is actually putting her ribbon down at the bottom. And this is the thing, is you guys can decorate this however you want. If you have maybe some construction paper, you could glue some leaves on there. If you have some sparkles, you could put a little areas of glue and some sparkles. And there we go. We've got a really pretty flowers.
Okay, well, here's our flowers. I hope you guys enjoyed doing this project with us today. And again, any project that I show you is really just a basic for you to then do your own thing. So Isla even just sprayed a little perfume on her flowers, so now it actually smells pretty nice. So that is something you can do. You can add leaves, more ribbons, make 100 of them, and really go crazy with a bouquet to present to your loved one. So I think that's about it for this week. Please be sure to share with me your artwork on my Facebook page, which is Asha Murthy MacDonald Fine Art, and anybody can post there. I'm sorry you guys can't post comments on YouTube because of their restrictions, but you can always post on my page, and so I'd love to hear from you. If you have any ideas or things you'd like for us to do, we would love to hear from you as well. A few shout outs this week to Matthias, Bryson, and Callie, who have been doing our projects, I think, every week. And so we're so happy you guys have been watching and having fun. And be sure to subscribe for more fun and craziness and projects. And we love having you guys as an audience. Stay safe. Stay active, keep doing your artwork, and we will see you guys for another project next week. All right, love ya.